Hey again, I'm now going to review Rules of Attraction by Simone Alcalez, and I'll read the back. Carlos Fuentes isn't happy about leaving Mexico to start the new life his older brother Alex has planned for him. Carlos liked his freedom, living life on the edge, and carving out his own path, just like Alex did. Kiara Westwood doesn't talk much, preferring instead to shut the world out, and when Carlos bounds into her life she struggles to understand him and his wild ways. Carlos is sure that Kiara thinks she's too good for him, which is just fine because he's not interested anyway, right? But when they finally open up to each other, the connection they feel shocks them both. Can they overcome their fears and realise that sometimes opposites really do attract? This is the second in the Perfect Chemistry trilogy, and I loved it just as much as I loved Perfect Chemistry. There are no words to say how much I love these books. Carlos is another great character. He's very sarcastic and he makes all these comments, and he's funny, but he's also he does it to hide how he's feeling, really, because he's worried people are going to leave him, but he doesn't want to show it. He doesn't want to seem weak, and there's very sentimental parts in it. And Kiara is just what you would think to be the complete opposite of his sort of a girl. He should be going for these hot girls, and he ends up falling for Kiara, who's this girl that hikes, is a bit of a geek, dresses quite badly, stutters, which I thought that was great to have a female character in a book that stutters. And I'm just in love with Simone Alcalez's writing. It's perfect, really. I can't explain just how perfect they are. So Alex doesn't want his brother to be brought into this gang that he was in the Latino blood, and he doesn't want that sort of life for his brother, so he wants him to go to school and do well. And Carlos thinks that's awful. He wants to be in a gang. He thinks that's it's what his brother did, it's what his father did, and he wants to do it. And his brother just doesn't want that, so he wants him to have a new life, and that involves him going to a school where Alex is going to college now with his girlfriend Brittany, which is nice. You do see characters from the first book, and I hope that continues into the third book, which I'm now dying to read, but it's not out yet. And Kiara, and he gets into some trouble and he ends up living with Kiara and her family, and that's quite comic, some things that happen there. But then they start to break down these barriers of them thinking they're opposites, and then they fall in love, and there's some sweet moments, and then there's can they actually be together? And then again with the epilogues you do actually see like little glimpses into the future, and I think that's so lovely, so that you get to, not in too much detail, but you get to see where their lives are going to be years in the future, whereas normally you have to close the book and think, I wonder what happens to them. Well, and that's some nice closure, really, in a way, that that they really do get happily ever after, and it's just nice to have that. And it is 324 pages, 56 chapters plus the epilogue, and the font is actually quite small. And again, it's told in alternating chapters between Carlos' view and Kiara's view. Definitely a recommended read for anybody. Just brilliant. Highly recommend. You can't miss reading this book. But make sure you read Perfect Chemistry first. Perfect Chemistry, Rules of Attraction, and then read Train Reaction when it's out. And look at the cover. They kiss through colours, and the covers are relevant as well, which is great. This happens. It's not a pointless cover. This happens in the rain with sexy Carlos and Kiara. Anyway, I'm losing focus here. Please read this book. It's great. Everyone loves these books. I don't think I have seen a bad review. No. And the actual book trailer for this is very... There is some bits that are a bit, did that really happen? Is that relevant? But overall, perfect Carlos and Kiara. I will put the link for the trailer on the bottom here. Check it out, because I love it. So let me know if you do read them what you think, and happy reading.